Whenever anyone comes in, employees at North Tryon Laundromat lock the door behind them. David Rebolloso decided to start doing that after a man being chased by Border Patrol sprinted through his door Sunday. The security camera shows the agent turn away, but inside...
He ran in running and yelling, and all the customers that were inside, they got all agitated and they ran right behind him.
After a bit of a bottleneck at the back door, they streak across the parking lot and into a wooded area.
A lot of my clients who are majority immigrants, you know, they're very nervous and scared. Now my laundromat is practically empty, so I have no customers and I have no business.
As a U.S. citizen and Air Force veteran, Rebolloso felt safe to stay open. He says no other Hispanic-owned businesses in the shopping center did the same Monday. But Tuesday, the supermarket a couple doors down was locking its door too, and a manager delivered groceries to customers unwilling to leave home. But you would do this as long as necessary, right?
Yeah, because it's my people.
Rebolloso is also doing free laundry pickups and drop-offs for his regulars.
I mean, I'm there to help my people, to protect my customers.
We have some news right now. All eyes need to be on Charlotte, North Carolina, because that is where currently ICE is raiding businesses and homes across the city. A number of businesses were forced to shutter over the weekend out of fear because residents in Charlotte, North Carolina are fearful of what ICE is doing. This is the Trump administration's next target. Chicago was first, they had LA, Portland, and now Charlotte, North Carolina, and a lot of residents are very fearful. Dozens of arrests were made over the weekend by ICE officials and other federal agents. And these raids are only supposed to continue throughout the week and into next weekend as Trump tries to crack down on this city in North Carolina. I'm sure we'll get more stories about militarized raids and just families being separated in Charlotte, and I'll continue to provide you update, but all eyes need to be on Charlotte right now. Spread the word. Full updates on my Substack, linked in bio. Subscribe for free. Follow along to stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about. There'll be much more to come soon.
Well, thanks to the big orange gremlin looking motherfucker, multiple farms in Texas just shut down overnight. Why? Because ICE raids made nearly 100% of the workforce completely vanish. People ran, got detained, or flat out got scared to death and never came back. Dairy farms are in panic mode right now. Cows gotta be milked every 8 hours. And guess what? Nobody's showing up to milk these fuckers, folks. This isn't some Texas problem either. This is happening across the entire nation. ICE isn't just out here enforcing some bullshit laws. They are actively crippling our food systems with fear and chaos. You want to talk about consequences? This ain't just about politics anymore, y'all. It's about what's on your table, what's in your fridge, or what's about to be missing from your fucking store. These Nimrods aren't saving America. They're starving it.
ICE just arrested over 130 people in Charlotte, North Carolina. This weekend, federal agents ran a massive crackdown in Charlotte. There was over 81 arrests in less than 5 hours, and by the end of the weekend, it crossed to over 130 plus people being detained. A lot of businesses ended up closing their doors. Reports of people were calling in sick because they were too scared to leave their house, and people sharing that their families are in hiding right now. Even the governor came forward and said that this operation is stoking fear. ICE and Border Patrol are coming forward and they're saying it is a targeted operation. But let's be honest. When you roll into a community like that, nobody is necessarily feeling targeted, they are feeling hunted. These raids do not just hit undocumented folks, they hit entire neighborhoods. Black and brown families, mixed status homes, local businesses, anybody who looks like they fit the profile. And that is why people are scared. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. You do not have to open your door unless it is a warrant that is signed by a judge. Do not sign anything without a lawyer. They want fear to isolate us, but as a community, we can come together to protect one another. Do you really believe at this point that this is about public safety, or are you now acknowledging that this is about intimidation? And if there are any other additional updates that you are requesting, please drop it in the comments below, and I will do my best to update it in the next upcoming videos.
Hi guys, so since the massive ICE raid hit Charlotte, life in the city has completely changed. Families are living in constant fear, workers are hiding in their homes, and businesses are collapsing one after the other because people are too scared to show up. Streets are eerily quiet, shops are shuttered, and the community is paralyzed, all because of one federal operation. This isn't just about arrest, it's about terrorizing an entire city, destroying livelihood, and leaving thousands uncertain about their future. Well, I'm Tiana, and you're watching Tiana's React, and I really appreciate every single one of you supporting me. Thank you. But let's dive in and see people's reactions to this.
Saturday morning I was walking and 2 blocks away is when these dark SUVs approached people walking on the street. I just jumped over him and threw him to the floor, put him handcuffed, and who's then inside in the car. No even approach. I saw them with my own eyes. No, they didn't even approach them. They just threw people down to the floor because the way that they look. I own Manolo's Bakery. We are the first Latino bakery in Charlotte. It was founded 28 years ago by my kids' grandpas. They're from Mexico. And I scared, there's an amount of fear. And nobody wants to see another human being treated that way. Nobody wants to know that a child is losing the father or the mother.
Construction managers in Charlotte, North Carolina, who voted for Trump. Go do the job yourself. Now that all your construction workers of fled North Carolina, Charlotte, right? And a lot of them are fled in the state of North Carolina, period. You voted for this. This is what you voted for. That's what you guys like to say. MAGA people. This is what you voted for. So go do the job yourself. Plumbers, electricians, masons, carpenters, people who work in construction, right? Those who dig trenches, do pipe work, fit-in work, drywall, stud work, roofing work. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you voted for. Painting, all those construction workers. Right now, they cannot find construction workers in North Carolina, specifically the Charlotte area. You understand what I'm saying? Because what I'm hearing is, even those who are documented, fair ICE, and are gone. They skipped town, probably went to somewhere else to work. They cannot take the harassment. It's what you voted for. A lot of these construction investors and owners in North Carolina voted for Trump. They're MAGA supporters. You supported this. Now your business is about to be collapsed. Guess what? I hope you get to pay for sit-in time because you got that contract. It should be done within a certain time, right? Your contract should be done within a certain time. I hope the clients charge you, right, and sue you for wasting their time, taking a contract that you know you cannot finish or you couldn't finish, were not able to finish because you don't have men to do the job. You don't have manpower to do the job. I work in construction. I know these things. You understand what I'm saying? Construction requires manpower. Period. Period. If you don't have manpower, you don't do construction work. Right? And it's not like they're when ICE is in North Carolina all the way over, doing all types of bullshit. It's not like they're gonna go away in 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And your construction workers, it's not like they're gonna be like, okay, ICE left today, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. It's not gonna go like that. It's gonna take you months to find guys and gals, okay, to do those projects that you got. And a lot of them are worth millions. You may be paying back millions to those clients for taking their contracts and cannot complete in the obligation you have. You voted for this. Remember? That's what you voted for. You voted for Trump to use ICE and ravage through towns and swoop up undocumented people that you voted for this. It's gotten so bad with ICE that even people who are documented can't be bothered with them. They can't be bothered with ICE, so they just quit the job and be like, you know what, fuck it, man. I ain't taking no chances. Next thing you know, I end up in some fucking foreign country I don't even know, never been before. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. So yeah, now your project turned into a DIY project. Your whole construction project that requires 150 man, 50 personnels to do. Now you only down to like 10 or 9 people, which is going to throw you in a loop. And then you're going to have that project doing for about 9, 10, 12 months beyond a projected completed date. So you're going to have to pay some shit. Any way you take it, you're going to lose. Yeah, you're going to lose. No matter which way you take it, you're going to lose. So your construction workers, now you're on the same boat as the MAGA farmers.
Hi, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, where ICE is currently terrorizing our city. It is extremely disparaging to see many of the Hispanic-owned businesses are closed simply to protect their customers, their employees, their friends, their neighbors. And it's not because they're all undocumented or they're criminals and lowlifes. It's because they're watching their friends and family and people that they know in their community get unlawfully detained, even if they are here legally, have papers to prove it. They don't care, and they're not apprehending people in a peaceful manner. They are slamming them to the ground. They are breaking their windows in their car if they refuse to get out and talk to them. They are using excessive force and harming people. It's disgusting to see. So I want to share the ways that people can help, because I posted in our local Indivisible group just asking for suggestions of like, how can we support families, and got a lot of good suggestions. I went grocery shopping today for an organization that was recommended. It's called R-Bridge, O-U-R, Bridge in all capital letters. And that is an organization that supports children that belong to immigrant families. It supports them having connection, having programs, just gives them a resource for living life here in Charlotte. And it was something that I chose to do for because I saw that they were currently doing a food drive, and also got an idea to shop at a local store called Compare Foods, and they have pledged to offer free delivery for anyone who doesn't want to risk anything by leaving their house. And so wanted to get back to them, but also they have a lot of just like food that is appropriate for these kind of donations. So I went there, did a big haul, got a donation from some friends, and I spent my morning doing that. While I was spending my morning doing that, ICE was raiding their organization. They were showing up, I think they said about 20 agents, to an organization that supports immigrant children. Doesn't mean they're illegal, still. These children aren't harming anyone. They're not criminals. They're not doing anything wrong to our community. And they have parents, they have families, and I'm sure they're looking for their parents and families too. And it just goes to show you how disgusting this whole thing is. It is extremely racist. It is bigoted. It is unjust to target people because of the color of their skin, what they look like, and do first and then ask questions later. And it is tearing families apart. It is harming people who haven't done anything wrong.
So guys, Charlotte has been turned upside down since ICE unleashed their massive raids. Neighborhoods are frozen with fear, families are hiding, and businesses are collapsing because no one dares step outside. Streets that were once bustling are now empty. Stores are closing and workers are terrified of being taken away. This isn't just about a few arrests, it's about an entire city living under siege, with life and livelihood hanging by a thread. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate, and I will also want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And please, if you've not liked, please do well to like, share, and of course subscribe to keep the channel moving. Till next time.